Hi, my name is Keely. I am a women's health nurse practitioner and I am the nurse manager here at Cumming Women's Center. Today we are going to do your OSHA and HIPPA training. We're going to start with OSHA training, and that you should have the handout that looks like this. And we're just going to get started. These trainings are going to be really short. But if you have any questions, feel free to come see me in my office anytime that you are in the center, and I am happy to answer your questions. So OSHA training is essentially just everything that we have in place here at the center, our policies and procedures to keep you, our patients, clients, and staff members safe. So we're going to walk through this. So for our emergency response plan, we follow the recommendations of Forsyth County Police Department. So when it comes to closures of the center and things like that. So if there's really bad weather, like in the winter, if there's snow or ice, generally speaking, if the Forsyth County government offices are closed, we will be closed here at the center. But your immediate supervisor will text you and let you know if the center is closed for bad weather. If we experience a tornado, we are going to be meeting in the back hall classroom. There's a large classroom in the back hall that you are probably doing training in today. And so we meet back there and close the doors. We are really fortunate here at the center that most of our rooms do not have windows and are interior facing rooms. So any room without a window and doesn't have a window to the outside is fine for tornadoes. If there is a bomb threat, each of the staff members have a bomb threat protocol by their phone. Generally speaking, volunteers do not answer phones here at the center, but if you find yourself in that situation, then know that there's a bomb threat protocol at each person's desk and beside each phone, so you would just fill that out. For civil disorders, we actually just had training from Corporal Doug Rainwater, came and trained our staff, and there is a video, it's about 15 minutes long, that is available to watch on civil disorders and our active shooter protocol. So if it's a civil disorder, then we go into lockdown. We don't let anybody in or out of we don't let anybody into the center, and we notify the authorities, and that is the staff member's responsibility. As volunteers, we would let you know that there's a civil disorder going on, and we would, but you would just continue on with your daily activities. If there is an active shooter, then currently our policy in place is first is you just run. You get out of the center and you run in the opposite direction of the center. If you are meeting with a client or a patient, then you either have to convince them to come with you or you have to stay behind with them. If you are staying behind, then you want to barricade yourself in the room. So put furniture up against, lock the doors. If your doors lock, just try to prevent the person from getting in the room. And then all else fails, then you would defend yourself, which fights back. And like I said, Lieutenant Rainwater goes into this a lot more clearly in the video, so we will definitely get that to y'all so you can watch that. Okay, fire safety. If you see a fire, you want to remember RACE. So rescue, alarm, confine, and extinguish. So first you want to get anybody that's in the room out of the room. You want to either alarm a staff member or physically pull the fire alarm. You want to confine as much as possible, so if it's in a room, you want to close the door. And if it's small enough and you want to try to extinguish it, then we do have fire extinguishers for that as well. Our fire plan, we do have a fire drill once a month. There is a school in this building, and so we do have a fire drill once a month, so just be aware of that. There is a fire escape plan in each room. So before you leave today, before you leave the room, look and make sure that you see the fire escape plan. And it has highlighted the quickest route out of the building. Our meeting place is at the Cumming Women's Center sign in the parking lot. Make sure you know all of the exits out of the building. So there is one, obviously the main exit is in the lobby. There's one in this back hallway back here, and you would just go out and exit through the gate. And then there's one right by the mommy store. Volunteers in our fire drill, and if there's a fire, we just ask that you escort any patients or clients that you are with or anybody that you are with, and just escort them out of the building. And fire extinguishers are located by my office. There's one in the kitchen. There's one by the mommy store. There's one on the back classroom hallway right by the restroom. And then there's one in the lobby by the restroom as well. How to use a fire extinguisher. You want to remember the acronym PASS, and that's pull the pin, aim at the base of the fire, squeeze the handle, and sweep side to side. First aid, we do have first aid kits. They are located in the top cabinet above the sink in the kitchen. It's just your basic first aid kit. There is also a first aid brochure that's located on the fridge in the kitchen. You can always grab myself if you or another nurse that's here if you don't feel comfortable performing first aid, either on a person that you're with or on yourself. Hazardous chemicals. I have the material, data, and safety sheets for every single chemical, liquid item in the center in my office. So if you ingest something that you don't think you should have ingested, then come find me. We will fill out an incident report, and then we will look at the material, data, and safety sheet to see what is recommended and what chemicals are in that product. We do offer personal protective equipment for everybody in the center, so gloves, goggles, face masks are available. If you are, most likely this would be if, we do have kids at the center. If a kid throws up and you're helping clean it up, if you want to, and you just want to wear gloves to protect yourself, then all of those supplies are located in the patient restroom in the top drawer. So come find myself or a staff member and they can help you get that equipment if you need it. And just a general rule of thumb, just treat all body fluids as if they're contaminated. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to come to myself. I'm the safety officer here at the center. So if you have any questions about OSHA or any of our policies and procedures, please come and grab me. And Lisa Rainwater, who is our care manager, is also our emergency activator. So she is responsible for notifying the authorities in any given scenario. So if you feel like the authorities need to be notified or you want to know if they have been notified, you can always ask Lisa. Thanks so much.